What's Getty, everybody? It's Kimi, and I'm back with my tea of the day. Welcome to episode Siete y Ocho, Miss 68. Finally, I'm almost at 100 episodes. That is so crazy. Thank y'all for this lovely ride I've been on. Let's get into it. Miss Ariana Grande dropped another album. Her sixth studio album. I listened to 3 out of the 6. I definitely listened to My Everything. I listened to Thank You Next, which was an amazing project. And now I just listened to and digested Positions. And I'm so here for Positions. It just dropped on October 30th. And this album is everything. It's everything I've ever wanted. And it makes me want to go back to some of her older works that I kind of missed. Like, I've heard pretty much all of her singles that she dropped. But in terms of, like, the actual album works, I was skeptical. Just like I was skeptical with Thank You Next and, like, how great that was. And now I'm here at Positions. And this 14-track album is just a story that so many of us know very, very well. It's the story of thinking you're not worthy of love, finding a sex life, and then figuring out once you find that love in that sex life, it's the same thing. Then finding the aspect to allow yourself to love again. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow yourself to just feel and be in the moment and don't necessarily make it as big as it is until it is a big deal. Kind of thing, just finding just different aspects of yourself from being happy now. Now she's in a better place and she's not angry and she's not dealing with breakups, she's not dealing with a lot of other life events. She found happiness, she found love. And that's amazing, and she completely displayed that for us as listeners. So let's go into this track listing. It starts with Shut Up. It goes down to 34-35, The Motive, featuring Miss Doja Cat, Miss Doja Kitty. Then it's Just Like Magic. Then it's Off the Table, featuring The Weeknd, aka Abel, 630. Then it's Safety Net, featuring Mr. Ty Dolla $ign. And then it is My Hair, Nasty, West Side, Love Language, Positions, Obvious, and P.O.B. Now, if you're new to my album reactions, let me just let you know. I definitely digest the album a little bit. I digest some of my favorite lines and songs off the album. This time, I'm probably actually going to give it a nice rating, number-wise. And I'm going to give you my top 4 tracks that personally just resonated with me. Of course, everyone's opinions and tops will be different, but I'm gonna have to give you my top 4. And I'll rate this out of the albums I've heard. I just give this album a nice rating for our listeners. So, the album started off with Shut Up. She's telling all the haters, all of the blogs, all of this people who keep on talking about her, talking about how they feel like she's young, talking about her ponytail, talking about this, talking about that. And she's just letting everyone know, y'all need to shut up because I don't have time to deal with any of this stuff. And I'm tired of hearing about it. So I'm going to need for you to kindly shut up. And I was so here for it. It was not the best aspect of the album for me. I've heard it stronger, definitely big openers and beginner songs, but I understood where she was coming from with them making this intro. And then we get into 34-35. And this is a grown Ari. This is an Ari that we never thought we was going to get. We never thought we was going to hear her talk about sex or hearing her talk about her sex life and what she wants and how she wants it and stuff like that, me personally, I'm like, oh no. Like, I just still see, just like I guess a lot of people still see, like, she's younger. And she's young, and she's not. She's a grown-ass woman. She's in her 20s. And she has sex, and she does what needs to be done. And I'm so here for it. And then the cleverness of when you add 61 and 34 and 35 together, it's 69. And that's just so basically clever how she did that. Instead of just naming it 69. Favorite part of that song for me was, I don't want to keep you up, but show me you can keep it up, because then I'll have to keep you up. Can you stay up all night? Fuck me till the daylight. She's telling us how she wants it. If you can keep it up, we can go all night, because I'm going to keep it up. And I was just here for it. Let me get into Miss Motives. Miss Motives is a cute track. I love the first three songs, because especially the second and third song, because of the strings. Like, she really was artistic in here. And you see the growth in her vocals and just her ability to use her voice, and just her writing skills. With her and whoever else she had her writing her, amazing. But Motives, I loved Ari's part. I wasn't too keen with Doja Cat's part though. I don't know, maybe it's me, but I didn't care for it as much as I wanted to. I don't think she needed to be on this track, me personally. But it was a cute song. It was not my favorite, but it was a cute song. It did what it needed to do. We have Just Like Magic. And I'm just trying to remember the beat, because I know the beat was sickening. And it was catchy. Just how, Ariana songs can be. With just memorized in your head, and then you're just singing along. Even if you don't feel like it's the greatest song, but you're still singing along. Because it is just that memorizing. And that's Ariana Grande's, that's her power. So Just Like Magic. Then we get into Miss Off the Table, featuring Mr. Abel, The Weeknd. And this collaborative song was everything for me. Like, I needed this song. It was amazing, just the way their voices meshed together. Like, I know they worked together before, but them working together is just powerful. It's magical. It's just something that's breathtaking. It brings me back to, like, 80s and 90s R&B music, and how collaborations are really just magical. It's needed. Especially just listening to the words. Like, let me tell you guys something real quick. Will I ever love the same way again? Will I ever love someone like the way I loved you? Never thought you'd be so damn hard to replace. If he can't have you, a love completely off the table. I don't know, especially for me and my past relationship with the person who I was with for 5 years. I definitely feel that way. That's kind of why I haven't tried to date anyone or anything like that. Because I feel like some days love is just off the table. Like, I thought I'd be over him. I am over him, but it's just the fact of just being so scared to just try something new and get into something different, and just really just going for it. And yeah, it may not be the greatest situation, or maybe amazing. You just don't know. You just have to try. You just have to get in there. So no, love is not completely off the table, but this song, it speaks volumes, and I love their collaboration together. They have 6:30. Are you down or what? Are you down or what? Are you down? This is the song where she's just asking the gentleman, but are you down with me? Like, that's all cute. I'm Ariana Grande. I'm this, I'm that. But are you down for me? Are you down or what? Like, are we gonna do this? Are we gonna have a house on the hills? Are we gonna have kids? Are we gonna actually be together? Or are you just here for materialistic things? what are you here for? And that ties into motives as well, of course, because everyone comes into a situation, a relationship, or some aspect of your life with a motive. They may not know it's a motive, or they may not perceive or look at as a motive at first, but hey, or there's no motive at all, but then magically a motive appears within that relationship or that chemistry or whatever that situation looks like. And then we get into Safety Net, featuring Ty Dolla Signs. And this song, from my initial listen, I was just at awe. I was gagged. I was swayed. I really wasn't expecting this at all. So, you're really something. Yeah. How did we get this far? So, how did we get here so fast? So she's asking her significant other, like, I didn't expect to fall for you so fast. Like, how did we get here so fast? We was just talking, and now I'm in love, or now I'm in strong like, or how did we get here so fast? And that's what love does. If you ever been in love, like, it's no time limit. Like, it moves when it needs to move. And you could be talking to someone for 10 years and I have loved them. Or you can be talking to someone for 3 months and love them completely and cold-heartedly and utterly in love. This all depends. Tripping, falling, with no safety net. Boy, it must be something that you said. Is it real this time? Or is it just in my head? Got me tripping, falling, with no safety net. We've all been there. We've all been just falling in love with someone. And how scary that is, but then how emotional and how just amazing that feels. To know that you can love again. To know that you can find love and love can find you. It's just that mixture of all emotions just sitting there. And you're just so open that your guard is all down. You're completely here, but you still scared and don't know if you're making the right decision. Powerful song. Then you get into My Hair. We all know it's like a remix or a remake or just a celebrity. Basically, not a redone song because it's kind of still different, but it's still, in terms of the same thing as Miss India Ari, where she plainly says she's not I am not my hair, I am not the skin, I am not the average sensational. And Miss Ari was like, no, you couldn't put your hand through my hair. You can pull it, you can grab it, it's okay. That's what it's here for. Don't be scared of my hair, it's okay. Sometimes I have tracks, sometimes it's my hair. Get used to it. And I was happy with how unapologetic she was. And how open she was, like, no, play with my hair, it's okay. Like, I'm not the type of girl who don't like that. She's telling us what she likes. And that was everything for me. Let me get into Nasty. Nasty, this song, the title, I already know I liked it, even from before initial listen. But when I listened to it and got deciphered or digested the lyrics, here's something. I just want to make time for you. Swear it's just right for you. Like this pussy designed for you. 10 out of 5 for you. No oversign on that line for you. Promise I'm gonna give it to you like you never had it. I do it so good. It's gonna be hard to break this habit. Period. Like, she's telling you her shit is top notch. And now you're gonna have a habit once you have it. And I'm completely okay with that. Like, I'm here for it. I'm here for this freaky, unapologetic, sexual woman. I'm happy that she's here and she's just grown and vulnerable to talk about this stuff now. Then we get into West Side. And West Side gave me complete 90s R&B. It gave me complete Brandy's undertone all through the song. The beat gave me a little Aaliyah, and like her voice and her tone definitely gave me Brandy, and I was here for it. I love this song. I didn't dissect the lyrics for y'all, but this song was definitely good. Then we get into Love Language, and this is one of my favorite songs off this album, and out of her discography that I've heard. There's the artistic feel, this jazz feel, the funk feel, just so different. You have to stand. You have to love it, you have to stand. And if you don't, that's the problem with you, and you have to get yourself together. But if you're gonna keep speaking my love language, you gotta talk shit all night. Yeah, the medication when I'm feeling anxious. That's the kind of shit I like. Teach me how to love you. I'm unlearning what ain't right. I want you to keep speaking my love language. Baby, talk your shit all night. This is the part of the relationship where you begin to have sex and you begin to learn each other and what each other likes and doesn't like. In terms of the bedroom, in terms of outside the bedroom, like speaking each other's love language. And sometimes it's hard to do. But here she's telling him exactly what he likes, exactly what she likes. And he got us to do that. It's like, I'm quite sure he told her what he likes. And it's just that. Then we get into Miss Positions, which we all know. I'm not sure what I said, I wasn't sold on it. I felt like it didn't have the juice as all her older or her other lead singles had. I felt like it wasn't bad. I definitely understand the women empowerment. I understand the whole concept of the song, and I like it. It's definitely the bop. However, I definitely felt like, I don't know, like it had all the characteristics of her lead singles: catchy, something to sing along to, something just comfortable but not so complex, kind of simple. But I don't know, I just felt like it was missing something. I can't necessarily say what, but it was missing something. And then after Positions is definitely Obvious. And that song is basically getting into, is it obvious that I like you? Is it obvious that I'm in love? Isn't it obvious that we need to be together? Last but not least, off this album is POV, Points of View. And off initial listen, I cried. When I say the growth in this woman is beyond anything I could ever imagine. Just the things that she can just do and the places that she can take you within this album. It's just amazing. It gives me hope that I can one day fall back in love. It gives me hope that I'm right and I'm enough and I need to be respected. My Point of View is my favorite song off the album. It is very emotional. It's very tearfelt. It is just a classic song that would help behold the end of time. This song will live on for many decades. She made this with care. She made this with love. She made this with emotion. You felt the emotions when she sung this. And if you have never been here, I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully you get here. Because it is wonderful and it's magical and it is just amazing. I want to love you. I want to love me the way that you love me. For all of my pretty and all of my ugly too. I'd love to see me from your point of view. I want to trust me the way that you trust me. Because nobody ever loved me the way you do. I love to see me from your point of view. Like, if that doesn't sound like a classic, like I Believe I Can Fly, or Pretty Hurts, or Miss Mariah Carey's One Sweet Day, Whitney Houston, I'll Always Love You. If it doesn't sound like a classic, then you don't know what classic music is. Like, that song solidified her whole album. And I love the way she ended it. She ended it on another emotional state. I really love this album. For me, music is an emotion and it feeds whatever emotion you're dealing with at that particular moment. That's why you will love or hate an album or love or hate a song. And this album fed me for days. It completely healed me up. It completely did what it needed to do. And it touched my heart. And hopefully it touched a lot of other people's hearts who heard it. So, my top 4 songs. Of course, number 1 is definitely POV. Number 2 is Off the Table. Number 3 is Nasty. And number 4 is Love Language. I want to rate this album. I still want to see the more videos. I know we're not going to get a tour because we're in the pandemic, but I definitely want to see a few more videos off this album. But just from the album standpoint, I would have to give it a strong 8 out of 10. A strong 8 out of 10. I feel like this album could have been a cute 12 song, song album, and that would have been perfectly fun as well. Now, listening to My Everything, Thank You Next, and Now Here, if I have to rate these 3 albums, I would have to do it by positions, Thank You Next, and then My Everything. Even though My Everything is a beautiful album, I don't want to put that last. But Thank You Next definitely resonated with me as well when she dropped it. Ariana, you've been killing it. This is going to be another awards week for you. You've just been growing personally, physically. You've just been growing as an artiste. And I'm happy to see you grow, and I'm happy to be on this ride with you. As you grow, these vocals on this album was beyond amazing. Like, she is one of the best vocalists of our time. You might hate it, but it's the fact. Like, and that's why she's compared to Mariah Carey. Because Mariah Carey is the vocalist. Point blank. But Ariana Grande, that whistle tone, when she gets into that lower register, and when she hits those whistle tones, like, what song was that? I definitely think it was Just Like Magic. And I think it was Safety Net. No, and it was My Hair. I think it was Just Like Magic and My Hair, where she basically sung the whole song. One of the songs she sung the whole song in her whistle tone. And the other one, she ended the song with the whistle tone. Singing. Completely. Y'all girls are not doing it like that. Your girls are not doing it like that. Y'all have to get your cookies up. You have to just respect that she's a grown woman now. And she's going to continue to slay. And for the people who keep on putting this under pop, it has pop undertones, but this is an R&B album. Ariana Grande is an R&B artist. Does she play in pop? Absolutely. She played in pop. But she's an R&B artist, and this is an R&B album. complete R&B album, like old school R&B album. She tapped in, she did her homework, and she made sure that she delivered that. Thank y'all for listening. This is Kimmy with the Teach channel. Laters.